Good day, this is Jimmy. I wanted to address a YouTube community or those that are watching. Talk to somebody and they thought, well, we don't really know what you're about. Or maybe we want to know what you're about. Well, I can give you in the short. Everybody that comes along. I mean, I go day by day. I don't really know about nobody else, but I go day by day. Well, today I want to tell you why I established this YouTube channel. Yeah, I'd like to have, a bunch of viewers and this and that. I'd even like to have a community to communicate with about the trade. I've been in this 40 years. I was raised in it. And when I say this, I'm talking about body work, restoration, even dealership work, all types of different things when it comes to metal craft or fabricating. Fabricating is, it's a wide field. People fabricate with all types of things. I work with metal on this channel mostly. Uh, I say a lot of times that I'd rather be fishing, and you might see a fishing video, and you might see me out target practicing or something. But one of the main reasons that I established this channel is I believe that there's a lot of things, old school things, that are just fading away. Today, there's a lot of secrets that people used to hold to themselves back in the day because they thought, well, if I give this away, somebody, might come in and cut me off on a little money or this or that. Well, now we've come to the point of holding those secrets so much to where there's no one to replace us. Today, I would like to look at the new generation and tell you, I could show you some things. I could point you in some directions. You say, well, those are old school ways. Those ways don't work anymore. Well, if it worked once, it'll probably work again. I know that necessity is a mother of invention, and the things that we do that we struggle with, the things that maybe we do with our hands, they've invented machines to replace that. And there's a lot of people now that even take and build wood bucks, they call it, wood frames, and wrap sheet metal around it that is made by different machines and this and that. Yes, there's hand craftsmen, and I guess I want to say that I'm probably going to stay in my lane on this, but my lane would be how we did it before all that came about. And there were some hands-on situations. Uh, it reminds me of when I first got in it. There wasn't too much around like that, and there wasn't too many people that was boasting about, well, I have this tool or that tool. We just had to make it with what we had, and I could show some of that. You take what you got and make it work. That backyard guy can that's building that car with his grandson or his son or something, or maybe he's looking for that car that he had when he was in high school, and he can't afford to have one of these big shops do it or whatever. Well, I want to tell you, those types of things can become lasting memories with your grandchild or your grandson or this and that. And don't think because, well, I've got to have this or I've got to have that to make this happen. People like my channel and other channels, if you get stumped on something, well, maybe there's another way. Maybe there's an old school way. I remember when I was growing up, I could see people back then doing things that people do now with $20,000 pieces of equipment. Back then, they took an old weight off a tractor and a hammer and did the same thing. Well, hey, I'd like to experiment with that. I'd like to transfer that to this generation to where, hey, I can do it. I don't have to have all that. I can accomplish things. I also want to talk to that old community that might see something that I'm doing and say, hey, I learned a better way. I'm good with that. Show me some things. I'm open to the community. I would also like to, as I'm getting older, discuss things maybe in a community setting. There's the old neighbor, the old guy that, the shop down the street. It just ain't there anymore. It's become a industrial type thing. When I was coming up in body work, there was one guy, and he would take that vehicle and he would straighten that frame and he would replace that fender, or it would be more like he would replace the metal in that fender because the aftermarket guys weren't there. And he would do those things, and then he would sand it down and he would finish it off and he would paint it. Today you've got all that's been separated. And you say, well, I can do this and I'll have to get so-and-so to do this. Well, I want to tell you, you can do it all if you have patience and you really want to do it. And hey, it may not come out right the first time, but the second time it's going to always be better. And I'd like to throw that encouragement out there. Not only that encouragement, I just want to, like I say, explain to you today what this channel is about. Like to communicate with other channels. I wasn't born in the YouTube generation, and I'm not really savvy with that, but I know there's a community out there that I can relate to. And just like those that I can leave a legacy with or leave some type of teaching with, I'd also like to communicate with those people in the same situation, or somebody that's just struggling on a channel that's trying to make it work and communicate out there. Hey, that's what this channel is about. This is Jimmy. I'd like to hear from you. Like for you to look into what I'm talking about. I'm not just throwing out a speak. I'm giving you part of my life. I'm giving you part of what's going on around me, and also the things that I've learned over the years. Don't really know how to explain that any better. Just kind of throwing it out there to you. I appreciate you watching. You have a good day.